So that's
where I'm coming from too, from different angles. But that's the way to go. The web's just going to have too much information. The guys that can filter it and set up the right information with the guy sitting behind the keyboard are going to win.
Right. And I mean, to get to that as well, we've started Abnormal Returns, and we bought Tadas's blog, which is Abnormal Returns, and we really turned it into a real-time news curation and filtration website. So
did you get a lot of an influx of people that were following it?
Yeah. So we built it one because we wanted to give the community a way to access a lot of the great links that were coming through the system, and we have everybody sharing links to news articles, and so it's kind of a curation and an aggregation site, and we love it. The community is lovely.
I noticed the vibe is actually sort of a little sarcastic and lighthearted, and I kind of like that as a guy who's not a big stock trader. Like when I see the StockTwits stream, I kind of feel comfortable checking it out.
Well, look, our name is StockTwits.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not going to be too serious.
Our name's StockTwits. We're not Bloomberg. We're not. We're always going to be lighthearted and so that when we always every day we try to make it. We say if somebody new came to the website, how would they react? Would they be intimidated right away? And we want to make it so that
they feel
everything's accessible
right away.
They feel extremely comfortable. Whether it's the first time they're ever trading, whether they don't trade at all, or whether they're they run $100 million. It's to be part of the community and interact.
We didn't really talk about it yet, but partners. Who are the big partners? What's part of? Are they part of the game plan going forward?
Yeah, so we've been very lucky to have some great partners in CME Group, Nasdaq, CDOE, and now CNN Money. So we've got our streams flowing through the CNN Money pages. So
are there any groups that you're still trying to get your attention out there to, or
Yeah, well, we have a relationship with Bloomberg, and I think we'd like to cultivate that even more.
Nice.
We're very excited about that, and I think AOL, Yahoo, some of these content providers it's very important, and we're very excited about some relationships that we've kind of been building with them.
Yeah, well, StockTwits is like fresh new content, has a big group forming, and maybe these guys want to get a piece of it, or at least sharing the glory, right?
And I think these sites need content, and I think that they understand that we've got a lot of very smart people sharing a lot of very good ideas, and that if they'd like to make their sites dynamic, that this is kind of the way that it's moving. Yeah.
All right, so I guess let's wrap up with what's the near term and long term for StockTwits? Where do you guys want to go tomorrow, or the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, and where do you want to be next year?
Yeah, I think we need to continue to build user base.
Okay.
And I think we're
traction.
It takes a critical mass, and then I think things really blow up.
You guys are light years ahead of me, but I understand it doesn't end, right?
I think we're right.
New threshold.
Yeah, we're right. I think we're right there, and I think right now it's about building user base and building functionality. And then I think really the next step is getting into that data mining and really understanding where the
you're not going to know until you really start looking for those.
Yeah, and it takes a certain amount of data to really put those correlations together. And we've been excited to see the first little bits.
Have you guys looked at? I don't know anything about the data set. Have you guys looked at subsets of the data set? Are there certain players that are a little more knowledgeable than others? When you go to a class with your kids, some kids do a little better on tests.
Right. No,
maybe some stock traders are a little sharper than others.
I don't think we've broken it down yet into we have our suggested list of I think we're up to 150, maybe 200 people now.
These are people that are constantly involved in making smart decisions or do their homework.
We spend all day on the stream seeing who's there and developing relationships with the people who are there and really understanding, who trades well. We're all traders, and that's, kind of helps in our background of understanding.
So the suggested list, are they almost like a moderator role? They become like the super users of certain areas, or how does it work?
Well, yeah, there are. We call them the acts. So in finance, when there's a specific analyst who deals with one specific sector, and they always get it right. They're what we call the acts, and we have a couple of those guys. We've got Gregory McDonald, who is the global macro acts, and we've got upside trader Joe Donahue, who's really the short seller, financial acts, and
Nice.
So we found a bunch of those people, and they kind of, I wouldn't say they have evolved cliques, but it's kind of, they've evolved their little groups of people who kind of, trade together.
Some kind of communities, or
yeah, there's sub-communities all over the place, and we've seen especially with the E-mini stream, the S&P 500 futures. There's a group of guys on there. There's maybe 50 guys who trade together, and they are absolutely amazing.
Nice.
And we've been really amazed to see that.
So now, I guess StockTwits is sort of like a benefit to them since they get a place to shine a little bit, get a little more limelight. It's kind of like how StockTwits formed on Twitter. You guys can help other guys kind of come up and
well, we've seen people form hedge funds from meeting each other on StockTwits.
Oh, that's great. That's great when you have that ecosystem where other businesses form.
We've seen people join other firms, get jobs. We've seen people get noticed. We've seen people, gain assets under management through their promotion of just good ideas. They share great ideas. People say, "Oh man, that guy's a great trader. I should give him my money." So we've seen a lot of that. And it's great.
All right, that's pretty much all I had for today.
Great.
I mean, it's hope everybody enjoyed tuning in and listening to Leigh describe the company, StockTwits, and you're going to see him all over the place pretty soon.